members. First one, Nathan Miller, played by Jared Joseph. Hey, cowboy hat. You all know him as Bellamy, Bob Morley. One of the only two doctors we have left in the 100, Dr. Jackson, played by Sachin Sahil.
Good time.
And last but not least, Raven 2.0, played by Lindsay Morgan.
Clean slate.
So we're gonna start with a tough one for you guys.
Oh.
What did we do yesterday?
If you could fight it out with another character on the show,
Fight it out or hug it out?
fight it out.
Fight it out.
What other character would you want to have a knockdown brawl with in the new season?
Just because he's tried to float at me and he shocked last year, and I know they kissed and stuff, but Kane, Jackson.
Kane?
Jackson does not pick up range for Kane. Every time he walks in the room, I'm just like that.
I think I'd like to throw down with Murphy. And like a real scrap, and then we'll start making out at the end.
It's every part of a throwdown.
No, I think it'd be a kind of like a dirty fight, not in that sense, but
But in that sense.
double entendre.
Definitely.
I probably scrap with
Make that kind of noise.
Murphy as well, because I think there's only room for one smartass on the show. What?
We love you
It's
both.
me.
Angry cowboy.
I feel like Raven has a lot of rage towards a lot of people. There's so many people I want to beat up.
You're well alone.
It would be. But I guess right now, Jaha's the priority on the hit list. Chancellor Jaja.
It's you.
Yeah, we
You
gotta.
told me everything was fine, man.
We gotta tangle.
So, Lindsay, your character you've described in season 4 as Raven 2.0.
Yes.
So, tell us, if you can, what you think is going to happen with Raven going into season 4 with all of the new knowledge that she's learned from Allie and how she wants to apply that. Super spoilery questions. We probably won't get an answer, but she'll be really good at dancing.
Lindsay.
Smile through it.
I'm sorry, Sachin was just distracting me with this overly expressive facial expression. He asked you a question. It's you. Answer.
Just happy we're all here, man.
Anyways, how is so basically you're distracting me. Okay, Raven 2.0 and how is she gonna deal, or how that's gonna affect season 4?
Yeah.
Got it. Stop. I can't. Never be
Smiling
sitting
at her,
next to
she'll
you
never
again. It's obviously, look, it's like an upgrade. It's like when you get to upgrade your phone, you're like, shit, everything works so much better now. You know, and you're like down with it, right? But but then I think it's 100 and everything isn't what it seems. So let's just leave it at that.
Okay.
That's inside. That's being vague.
Yeah.
Really bad. I don't know if I'm satisfied with that answer.
With Apple upgrades, sometimes they
The
don't do
people
the job.
want more.
Oh, once you do that one upgrade, then it
I
keeps
always
going,
leave you
and it's going.
unsatisfied,
People
Bob.
need more.
Well, since Sachin wants to drop the mic over there on Lindsay, let's put him on the spot.
Yeah!
Woo!
So
can try.
Mount Weather is gone, along with all of their medical knowledge, which in hindsight seems like it's going to be very useful in season 4, given they're going to be dealing with radiation. So what is Dr. Jackson going to do now?
It's Dr. Jackson.
See?
He's not even a real doctor.
I mean, come on.
Nurse
If
Jackson.
If there are only 2 doctors on the ark, he can do everything.
I
So
thought
anytime
Jackson was a
something-
male nurse.
That's my fault, so soon.
That's just like give so many people sponge baths.
And lollipops.
Lollipops and sponge. You did a really good job today, Fred. Here you go. You can get yourself a diamond. You can get one of those dentist rings from the back. He's gonna do whatever he needs to. I think he's not an apprentice anymore, as these guys are insinuating. He's been through a lot. I mean, he had to take care of some reapers in a tunnel, if you remember. He's done a lot. He's taken care of everybody while Abby was chancellor. So he's been, I think, Jackson 2.0 into a real doctor. So,
Well, the real question to test how good you are as a doctor is, would these 3 allow you to stick them with a needle?
they all did. Me and Bellamy.
He's already done it.
We already talked about how I gave Bellamy a sponge bath. I mean,
Extra credit.
Miller's
That's
a guard.
against my will.
Miller's a guard, so I give him regular checkups, and I just call Raven because I want to talk to her from time to time. So I pretend she's like, I think you might be getting sick. How are you? Is everything okay?
He's always like, how's the leg?
How's the leg? All the time.
The same.
The same.
And I'm sure Raymond's like,
It hurts.
ask me one more time and I'll show you how the leg feels.
And then I massage it for as long as
Yeah.
she'll allow me.
I can't feel it, but you're massaging me
It
again.
feels great though.
Wouldn't know.
Dr. Jackson.
So hope is a constant theme and is in very much short supply. For Jared, your relationship with Brian is somewhat of a beacon of hope on the show, because most other relationships have not ended very well on the show. How did you feel when you first learned of your character's relationship with Brian in the series?
How did Jared feel about?
And you just in deciding how you would
stoked.
tailor your character around this. Deep question.
Well, it came as a great surprise when I found out the route we were gonna go. I didn't think I'd ever have a love interest. I didn't even think that this dude liked people. So it was a pleasant surprise.
So Miller is very asexual too. Yeah.
I
In the
found out.
beginning.
I found out when the first script came out, and that line about Miller's boyfriend was in there. And I grazed over. I was like, what? And then once it was confirmed, and we got to talking about it with Jason and the rest of the team, it made sense. It made sense. I was talking to somebody, one of the fans earlier, about it, and didn't want it to be overt, didn't want anything to change. I have a huge responsibility with this thing. And I don't know. I was happy about it.
I mean, it's the only stable relationship.
It is
going
the
on
only
right
stable
now.
relationship, yeah. It is, and there's still a lot of drama within it, so
Yeah.
it's as stable as it gets on our show, I guess.
I mean, I really like it because I think, because it didn't come, the whole, you didn't have a boyfriend, and so, it's cool, guys. Jamming.
Wake me up.
What were you singing earlier? The whole song, what was it?
We made up words.
Oh, no, it was, Moulin Rouge.
Oh, yeah. Love is a many splendid thing. Love lifts us up where we belong. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love.
We know what they do in their spare time.
Love is just a game.
This is the first time I've heard him sing this, so you guys enjoy it. I'm just gonna have a little
The
sleep.
only way you love me, baby.
So yeah, I was very happy to
Just
find
one night. Just one night.
There's no way, because you can't pay.
In the name of love. All night in the name of love.
You crazy. Okay, we gotta stop.
So,
You crazy fool.
Don't.
so now we
Leave
need a
me this
musical
way.
episode. How many of you want a musical episode now? So Jason, if you're listening out there, we need a musical.
We have some music. sing? That Rovers team?
Shout outs to Big J. Shout outs to Jason.
Jackson's a doctor, got a lot of stuff in his bag. Hey, Raven, how's the leg?
There's gotta be like subtitles like a bouncy ball on it.
Karaoke.
Yes, that would be
But what I
awesome.
was saying, the thing I liked about Miller and Brian was that we didn't find out about Miller's boyfriend until season 3. But what I thought was really special is like, because people were like, oh, you know, is there going to be a male gay couple? And everyone was like, oh, it's Monty, or they would like put out their things. No one saw Miller. No one was like, it's going to be Miller. And so I liked it because it's just another statement saying that we're trying to create a show or a world where there's no like stereotypical gay person, gay guy. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, you know what I mean? And so I love that. He's just a, yeah, I do too.
That, you're right.
Second.
Great.
Yes.
It's sad sometimes, but this world is, we're trying to create a world that's good. We appreciate
That was
it.
an outcry of joy. You're like, right on.
It's a gay,
Exactly.
gay interracial relationship that you'll never hear.
Exactly.
You'll never hear it discussed, which is incredible.
That wasn't like, oh, it's gonna be them. It wasn't.
Yeah.
They weren't bound by any kind of previous stereotype that so much of media is, and that's what I really liked about it.
Yeah, same
And
dude.
they're both sexy, so.
Look at that cowboy.
Do it.
Look at that cowboy.
Can't tell.
Howdy,
All
partner.
right, cowboy, cowgirl.
I mean, it's great. I mean, I think diversity is the word. I mean, look at like I said it last time. Look at this panel. This is the show we're on. Just makes me so damn happy.
Damn.
So since we're on the topic of partnerships, be it romantic or romance, and I know everyone's been waiting for this question. So what kind of on-screen partnerships would you like to see come up? Last season we had Raven and Monty, which was a great on-screen pairing. And we have Miller and Brian. Who else would you guys like to see some screen time with, be it romantic or just from a professional standpoint on the show?
I want to work with Bob.
Yeah, you guys have never worked together.
I want to stare into those eyes and talk to him.
You want to feel my truth?
I want to feel Bellamy's truth so much.
Want it?
I'm scared. Bellamy Jackson's in right now.
I'm losing my voice, so I can't do Bellamy.
Look, I'll do it for
Actually
you.
true. I can't drop down to lower register right now.
Jackson.
So it's gonna be like this.
All right, I'll do Bellamy, you do Jackson.
Abby?
Why do you keep talking about Abby all the time? Get your own life, man. What, that was dark.
Take me to the frustration there.
I love Abby. She's the greatest.
Sherko just like calls Sach. Like she called him like last night we were at dinner. He's like, oh, gotta take it, it's Paige. Literally the cutest. Like
I love that woman.
they're awesome.
We're BFF.
You guys are. We got like pasta and like watched Clueless together. I was like,
Okay. Her TV was. We had pasta and watched Clueless. That's what we did.
that's what they did.
Put a face on.
Dude, he's genius.
A young Paul Rudd. It's great.
Clueless is a classic.
It's pasta. Let's just move on.
I would really like to work with Adina. Yeah, she's such a powerful performer. It'd be really great to, get to share the space with her. So, yeah, I'd like to do that. Like to have those characters as well. Bellamy and Indra would be an interesting kind of
Oh yeah, they
grouping. Like I had one scene with her in the cave, and that was awesome. But they both. It's an interesting thing because they both have that protection over Octavia. They're both coming at it from different angles. And, Bellamy's checkered history with the Grounders. There's a lot of tension and conflict there that I'd like to see play out. Yeah.
Try it, Jared.
Well, as you know, with our show, we have little microcosmic subgroups and groups of 3 or 4. I've had the chance to mix it up a little bit with, a few of the cats, and just for fun, I'll just say this year I'm part of a new group, so I don't really have to wish for anything. I'm getting to mix it up with somebody you haven't seen me before.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So there's one relationship I think everybody would like to see Raven have again, and we have a question in the back.
Ice mechanic.
And I'd like that question to be asked if we can go ahead and ask it.
Who dat?
Hi.
Hi, I see you.
Love the show. Sorry. So my question is for Lindsay, but kind of everybody else too. And sorry, I'm a little nervous, but I was kind of
It's okay.
wondering,
Don't be.
like how you guys enjoy working with Alessandro Giuliani, because he is such a big inspiration, and I just don't know, how all of you guys from all of the different backgrounds come together and do the thing, and so just wanted to know how it worked.
Oh,
I
Sinclair.
don't know. Sinclair's the
Answer the question.
Is it really you? Am I hallucinating?
What's it like to work with Alessandro Giuliani?
I don't really like working with him.
Why
I think he's
a
a little
diva?
bit. He's a diva. He needs 7 trailers. Also, he doesn't work unless he has a maple donut sitting waiting for him every morning.
He doesn't allow me to make eye contact with
Oh,
him
what was
in the
that?
scene.
What was that monkey frog video you made me watch?
No, he's the best. I love him.
I just wanted to see how the other half live here. It's fun. Look how young you all are. Oh my God. I go to my panels, it's like everyone is bringing their daughters now.
Hey, man.
Just, talk about me. It's fine.
Well, since we're on the topic of relationships, I think everybody really enjoyed the dynamic between Sinclair and Raven. And we were all very saddened by your character's death, just as much as Raven was. So my question to you would be, for Alessandro, for Sinclair, sorry, you overrode the medical decision for Raven to be a zero-G mechanic because of her heart condition. So although you are very hardline with the rules with everybody else, but you break them for Raven, would you break them for anybody else?
Never. Only Raven.
Because
I'm your father. It was a teen pregnancy. So that really wasn't on. But I just looked out for forever.
okay, I do have to say one thing though.
Yeah.
So, what is that noise?
Yeah.
I gotta know that.
There's something going on in the background here.
I don't know.
There we go.
But but season 1, episode Jose. When
That's
I'm talking,
2.
That's 2.
For those that were confused.
Sorry, I'm bilingual, guys.
Uno y dos.
She doesn't even speak Spanish. Pretty bad.
I go to Nigel and I want that pressure regulator, right? And she's trying to trade me to the chief of engineering because he has a thing for tough girls. And I'm wondering, is that you? Are you?
I don't
Is that you?
Oh, wait a second!
4 years later, the penny dropped for me? What?
I have just always wondered that.
No, it's a good thing I died before things got creepy. That's a good thing. That was good.
But in my mind, and I pitched this to them like 45 times.
Which part did you pitch?
Oh, I didn't pitch that part.
Not
that already was done.
Yeah.
No, I pitched that Sinclair was my dad, was like my secret dad, because my mom was like kind of like the ARC whore. And so
She was.
She was.
she got it.
Nigel already said it. Nigel said it. And so she worked the black market and she would trade like sex for whatever and
Parts.
What kind of
Tools.
rations.
Whatever I needed.
Yeah.
A ratchet.
And you were like the chief and like high up there and like the chief
Yeah, you're an
circle and
enabler.
everything. So yeah. You
No, I
came
know.
over, like knocked
Things
on
have
the
changed. I don't
door,
trust
you
them.
looked up, she got prego. had to keep it a secret, but you couldn't let anyone know that you're my dad, but you still wanted to be there for me. So you like Mrs. Doubtfired yourself into my life.
With less padding.
With less padding,
Yeah.
but more of like wrenches and like you would like leave it places for me to find, and like so you wanted me to get into engineering so that we could be closer and we could spend time with each other as father and daughter. Oh shit. But he actually has a heart murmur, and he's the one that gave me the heart murmur. So when I didn't have it, that's why he passed me, because I'm his daughter.
So we have a new panel for Dragon.
Can we just make this? Can we just make this lady a showrunner already?
Novel will
Like,
be on sale in the lobby for $14.95.
Hands out.
700 pages of the backstory.
Who wants to see Lindsay write an episode now? She's got some good ideas over there. We need to have her write one.
Thank you.
So we're going to start taking questions from the audience here in just a moment. Person standing in the back there, Sam, she will have a mic for you. You can line up behind her. Before we take those questions, I have a question for everyone on the panel. What is your favorite episode as a fan and for your character? And we'll start with Jared.
Okay. As a character, shoot, can you start with someone else? Fuck, that's tough. As a fan, as an actor, I enjoyed the campfire story, Captain Fidalgo. It was a lot of fun to do. Shout outs to Brazil.
With the hook.
We had so much fun with that.
Brazilian.
The Brazilian.
Captain. Brazilian.
And I know we've come a long way on the show, and the show has improved and changed in many ways, but I'm just going to say the pilot.
Damn it.
I'm going to say the pilot.
Ew.
No, as a viewer. As a viewer. Yeah. It's the intro, and your hair was awesome.
Yeah.
And then when Wells died is probably number 2. Controversy.
One of my favorite episodes is Day Trip.
That was so good.
Get confronted by Jaha. But and I guess that was for me one of my favorite ones. As a fan, I would say Murphy's Law, episode 4. Because that's when the show, that's when we kind of discovered what kind of show we wanted to make. It was dark. It's when we took the first turn in Charlotte, you know, R.I.P. But that was one of the ones where we saw the tone of the show change and
Stole my
shift.
radio.
That was 5.
That was 4. I came down in 4.
Oh, I stole your radio then?
Yes!
Yeah, but I didn't get busted till the next one. Yeah. You didn't say that line to me until 5.
So he didn't know until
Yeah, no one.
Oh, that's when I was in the pod.
Yeah, you were passed out. And you felt rain for the first time. Anyway, episode 4.
Raining.
Okay.
You both took 2 of my answers. I think for a fan, I think I like the finale of season 2 because it was just.
yeah.
That was really
I watched it and
good.
I'm like, what is this television?
Could have ended right
Just
there.
so well done. And it's great. What are you whispering? What's up?
I tried to be a good guy.
Maybe there are no good guys. There are no good guys. There are no good guys. Hope.
You do it. You can do all my
And
jokes.
what did I answer? Was that a fan answer or was that my answer?
That was a fan answer.
Fan answer. Okay,
Good
my
character
answer. Jackson's, I would say, probably this most recent one that we did, and then the next one that's coming, and then the
3?
next one after
Really?
that.
Oh, you mean in this season?
Yeah.
Season 4?
Spoilers.
My best match is my next
I'm
match.
just, the season's awesome so far, and it's.
Yeah, you're not in it, AJ.
Yeah.
But he's still
I
has
do miss you.
thanks for rubbing that in. No,
I
it's
do miss you.
Sinclair
gone, the
deserved
gone
better.
too soon
As
panel.
a fan, when Sinclair dies, that's my least favorite episode.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm in love with you.
Okay.
That's our slasher episode, too. Yeah, that was tough. Yeah, that was Fidalgo.
Captain Fidalgo.
That was like that was the night vision one. as a fan, or no, as a character, my favorite probably always will still be Spacewalker when Finn dies. Just because I like that episode so much because there was this great like mix between. First, I love flashbacks, as you obviously, it's because you get to really see the backstory of characters and really get to understand them on a different level. So I love that you got to see Finn and Raven's relationship and really understand everything that they've been through. So then everything you already seen of them paid off in a different way. I also just really enjoyed that episode because there was like, it was so much fun. It was fun for me to play like happy Raven moments, you know, like when he gives her the birthday present and when she's welding and when they're just like on the ark and they're like, it's normal and it's life. So, and then juxtaposed with the really intense moments of the grounders looking for him and us fighting in the dropship and then killing him and all that stuff. So I like that mix, and so that's always been my favorite. But as a fan, I loved when Luna was in. I loved the Sea Grounder episode. I thought that was really cool, like the campfire and stuff. I enjoyed that. And then I also really liked. I did like the episode when the missile went off on Ton DC, and like Kane and Abby were stuck in the hole.
You love every episode, eh?
What?
You love every episode.
As a fan, I love the show.
I wasn't in that episode at all. I just really enjoyed it. I liked everyone's part in it. That was great.
What about you, Alessandro?
It was good.
Selfish, lovely
It was
answer.
good. It was
It just like stuck out of my mind. I thought it was really cool.
What about Alessandro's favorite, both for your character and as a fan?
I actually never watched the show, so. No, I'm kidding. My favorite is the same for character and personally. The name of the episode escapes me right now, but it's the one where Raven was chained to the bed.
Oh, yeah.
Mine too.
And my reasons for liking it, easy.
He's the head of engineering of it.
No, I as an actor, I enjoyed that because I got to work with some actors that I'd never.
Yeah, I didn't get to like the person I worked
got to
with.
hang out with the kids. Not the old folks. And so I got to like hang out with Monty and Bellamy more, and obviously her. And as a fan, I just think she killed it. So I'm mostly
There's the episode before that.
Proud Papa moment.
When she came in, I think we got the script the night before, and she had to come in, and when she turned into Allie for that moment, we were all like, yeah, this is going to be great. And then we got the one after that, and we're like, all right, Lindsay, you did your job too well. Now they're just going to give you this.
Now they're going to torture you.
Yeah, literally.
All right, so let's go to our questions from the audience. Go ahead and ask your question.
Yay.
Hi.
Hello?
My question is for all of you, and I was just
Hold on one second. Can we cut the music playing?
Wait a second.
Got some club music.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Go ahead and ask your question.
Okay. My question was, what's the favorite outfit that one of your characters has worn?
Favorite
your
outfits?
character.
I really liked what I wore in Mount Weather with the distressed H&M kind of gap. I was loving that, wearing it to the top. That was good. I like that.
Style.
I'm tired.
Bellamy's hair.
Safari Bellamy.
Bellamy's hair.
Villain Bellamy. He has
No.
so many looks.
I don't know. Yeah, he's the master of disguise, Bellamy. Actually, I mean, I not in summer, but I really did enjoy being a grounder for an episode.
I like that
Yeah,
episode.
that was fun.
That was a great
Yeah,
episode.
I was like the tiniest grounder there was. They go out and just hire like basketball teams to play those guys, man. And I'm not a tall dude. That guy Gary stopped me, and I'm in the field, and he stops me, and I look up. Like, yeah, the grounder stuff's fun, but it's just there's a lot of it. There's like 12 different bits you got to put on, but it's kind of fun for a day, play dress-ups. Bellamy likes playing dress-ups.
Bellamy likes to feel pretty.
I feel pretty. Pretty and proud. I miss my my season 1 Firefly jacket. Like I felt like I was on Firefly with that dope long jacket. Oh
yeah.
I love that thing. I walk around like, yeah. I'm gonna save some lives now. And then I went Safari Jackson in season 2.
You did? Safari Jackson.
Safari Jackson was fun. But I like the jacket.
I used to have like these really cool sneaker heels from like Nike on like when I was in the Ark in episode 1, and they were just like mad comfortable. So I like that a lot. And then I got to wear this red shirt in the flashbacks that I just really liked. I don't know. It was just like some color, some pop, and then with the jacket, I felt very Raven and like if Raven was like just like had a normal day, that's what she would wear. So that's why I really liked it.
How about for Sinclair?
I didn't have too many outfits. Engineers don't really get.
Yeah, we don't get that many.
You got the jacket.
But I did get a cool jacket in season when I got to get down to the planet, and I felt a little more badass.
Yeah, your styling sense is
Got to
really
carry a
changed,
gun
didn't it?
and stuff. Yeah, that's about it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next.
Hey.
Hey, girl.
Hello.
Speak up, we know you.
Kiana.
Is that Kiana?
Yeah.
Kiana.
It is?
What's up, Kiki?
Do you know Kiana and I have the same birthday?
You're the same
What?
birthday.
Yeah.
Jealous. you're dope, Kiana.
Thank you. I was wondering if, like, for you yourself, if you were in the 100 like, for season 4 with the radioactivity, what would you do with your 6 months to
Might have to repeat that.
If we had the 6 months, is that what you're...
Yeah, like if you had like.
What would we do if we had 6 months to live?
Yeah.
Oh,
With
shit.
Yourself, not yourself.
So she's asking from your perspective of like you.
Like a person?
Yeah.
Like
Like-
Sachin, Lindsay, what
Well,
would
like
we
6
do?
months on our Earth or on the 100's Earth?
On the 100, but as yourself.
Oh.
But are we
I've got like nothing
So I
there.
can't
There's
have
like no
Reese
food or anything.
There are no Reese Puffs.
Yeah.
There are no options.
There's
You're
no,
really,
yeah.
really obese.
I would eat Reese Puffs on end. Stop working out. I would watch.
No, but this is in the 100 world.
I know, that's
Oh,
why
yeah,
They don't have Reese
I know,
Puffs.
no Reese
You know what I'm
Puffs.
saying?
Trees
I would
Puffs.
travel. I would go see what's left to see. Wait, am I Lindsay or am I Raven?
You're Lindsay.
Oh, am I Lindsay? Okay. Yeah, I'd go see what there's left to see.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
yeah, I would go chill
Well,
in Polis.
if I was there,
Yeah.
I'm the only one that can drive the Rover, so...
We need you, man.
What? I could drive
Take
the
us
Rover.
around.
You can't drive the Rover. You can't drive stick.
Well,
So-
then fine, come with me.
I will drive, and I'll go in and explore, do some off-roading. But yeah, no, there's not many options in the 100 world with that 6 months.
What would I do? Earmuffs.
She's like, nope.
Jared's gonna say something the little kids should listen to. Put your hands on your
I would
ears.
do everybody.
Everybody?
Everybody.
Hooray!
Yeah, a little more selective.
Thank you so much.
I think I'd have to be running away from Jared though.
Fending off his advances.
Oh,
You only got 6 months, man. You gotta live a
Camo.
little.
I get you.
What?
I get
You find me?
you. Oh yeah, I get
Save
you.
me for the end.
And your question?
Good question, Keeks.
If you guys could do like more flashback scenes, what would you want your character to like have?
Oh, I already know that.
Flashbacks.
The making of
the
Raven.
story of Raven.
The making of Raven.
Raven and her father.
Raven and her heart nerve.
It would last the whole season. It would be 13 episodes long.
Is that Raven 1.0 then?
Jim 1.0.
That's Raven point 5 when she's growing up.
I
just
always
called Reyes.
just Reyes. Creyes.
Does she cry?
Does she cry? I would always want to do like one of like a childhood one, a Raven, like little kids, like 5, and yeah.
Would you
no.
play it?
Would you?
Shoes on your knees. Yeah.
Where's Finn?
That'll be on the
I've
blooper
heard,
reel
like,
for season
Do you
4.
want my pitch? I'll give you my.
yeah.
Do you want my pitch? Too many pitches. I'll stop pitching.
Should I shut this off? I'm just gonna...
I think about these things, guys.
She really does.
I'm not gonna give it to you because you make fun of me.
we don't want it.
Okay, don't touch my head.
What's up?
Miller question and 3 questions.
Hi, so my question's for Bob and Lindsay. From day one, we've seen Raven and Bellamy kind of butting heads, and over the seasons, their relationship has developed. So what do you two think of their dynamic, and where would you like it to go in season 4?
I think they're really competitive with each other for some reason. I don't know why.
You're competitive?
Raven and Bellamy. I think they come like they're both very hot-headed and.
I think they're very similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a lot of similar traits.
Yeah. They do. Like the times that they have worked together, I thought they worked well. Like with the veil.
Yeah.
And with the bridge.
Right.
I mean,
as a team, yeah.
Yeah, as a team when they're working together like that. But there is that divide. Like sometimes we're both fighting for the year of Clark. Which, puts us at odds. So.
Yeah. It's interesting because I feel like, I know you've talked so much as you feel like Bellamy's a soldier. I feel that Raven's also a soldier in her own sense. It's different than fighting. It's obviously just like, creating, it's like those James Bond movies, how there's always like the little scientist person. I don't remember.
Q. She's like
Q. Yeah, she's like Q, right? But she's a soldier.
I think if you...
Under like Clark's leadership.
And I think that you'll get to see that explored more in season 4.
Yeah. And I think they respect each other a lot, but they also, because I feel like Raven respects you, she expects a lot out of you. She holds you to a very high standard.
Yeah. She's one of the ones that will like definitely be vocal about
and
what
call
she
him
thinks
out.
She has to be accountable for. Yeah.
But I think it's because it's out of respect, not out of like,
cool.
She doesn't like you.
Yeah. No, I don't think it comes from a malicious place.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you for the question.
Thank you.
Great question.
Hi, this question's for almost all of you. When my friends that haven't seen the show, I kind of describe it as a little bit like Game of Thrones, like they are not afraid to kill somebody. And I'm just wondering, are any of you guys a little worried in like the upcoming?
Listen.
I mean, I think Alessandro's a little
Every
worried.
script that comes out, every single one. Listen, I'm pretty safe.
You've been on the winning side so far.
I think I'm pretty safe.
You're good.
I feel like I'm pretty safe because you guys would be so screwed without me. Like if I die, you all die. But at the same time, if I die, that would be pretty crazy.
Don't die, girl.
Just anger rising from the crowd. It was like a subdued anger. Like nobody was yelling. It was just like, don't even talk about it. Don't even dare.
I'm just saying, it would be compelling.
Compelling and stupid. Shut up.
I mean, honestly, you're each biased for your own characters not dying. So, Alessandro, if you had to pick one of these characters, if you had to pick, Alessandro won't be biased.
Mary
I don't think Raven said she could be in heaven with him.
He misses me dead.
This spin-off is really working out.
Yeah. If I'm available, we can make it happen.
Who does Sinclair think isn't safe?
What? Sorry?
Who does Sinclair think isn't safe?
Who would Sinclair kill?
If you had to float one of the 4 sitting here, who would
what's gonna...
Marry,
Guys,
kill,
I'm
or
just gonna leave,
float.
okay? I'll just leave.
Marry,
I can
kill,
go.
or float.
You can't kill the gay guy.
Why not?
The black gay
Can't
guy.
You can't kill the ethnically ambiguous guy.
You don't know what I am.
I need one of those.
We got 2.
I can't kill,
I got 2 left.
can't kill my daughter. Kill Bob. Yeah, they don't like me anymore. There you go.
Okay, right, man.
You were joking about that, right?
Thank you.
That was a joke, yeah? Yeah?
Well, I mean,
No, I liked it. I think it's great.
we'll see what happens in season 4.
I'm very surprised Bellamy's actually still alive. But no, nothing surprises me anymore. That guy's crazy.
And we love him.
And your question?
I'm Stephanie. We have a question
Steph.
for Bob.
Hello.
The leadership dynamic between Bellamy and Clark has evolved so much through the season. In season 1, they started off like being very antagonistic to each other, but eventually learned to work together.
Mm-hmm.
And in season 2, they're kind of, Clark stepped up more and Bellamy was more in the background. And now that's in season 3, they've gone through their own different journeys of leadership separately. and then come together where they end of the season more on the same page again. What do you think, Bob, like the leadership dynamic is going to be next season? Is it going to be similar to how it was back in season 1 when they used to work together?
I think wow, my voice is breaking. I think that Clark has established herself as a leader, and then Bellamy is, like I see it as Clark is the coach of the team, and Bellamy is the captain. He's out on the field doing the stuff. So I think that dynamic will continue. Yeah, hopefully. There was obviously that huge divide with Lexa and Clark and Bellamy, and then somewhere where they completely disagreed with each other. But when the threat is so big and overrides any other kind of leadership positions, or jockeying for some sort of powerful or power play, like we have now with the 6 months to live, then I think that the power plays fall to the wayside, and you're working towards a common goal. And when they're working towards a common goal, I do see Clark as a coach and Bellamy as a captain.
Thank you.
What's in my head, man?
Your question.
Hi, I'm Catherine, and my question is, if your characters were suddenly transported to the world of Harry Potter, what house do you think they would be in?
Oh no.
What house?
Are you sorting us?
What house?
What house?
Which house do you think you'd be in?
Well, Jared has the hat today.
I love Megan Smith more than anything.
Ravenclaw.
Raven.
Never seen it.
Never.
I don't know what attributes you have.
Have you read it?
Bellamy would either be Gryffindor or Slytherin, depending on what he wanted.
Gryffindor.
He'd be Gryffindor.
Gryffindor.
But I mean, if you
Gryffindor.
had the choice, the hat would want to be like, you can be in either one. Whichever you decide.
You'd be Hufflepuff.
Yeah, for sure. No question, Jackson's a Hufflepuff. I'm loyal and I love everything. Miller's could be a Slytherin. Muffin. Slytherin or
Muffin pot.
Is Miller smart? No, you'd be Slytherin. Because, no, we would not.
I'd be
Slytherin.
I'm so sorry. He's definitely
I'd be with the Robert Pattinson character.
That's Twilight.
I'd be a werewolf.
Because on Harry Potter first.
I know.
You should watch the movie.
I thought you said you hadn't seen anything. We've both revealed ourselves.
Oh.
We're not as cool as we think we are.
Suck.
If you can't answer the question, please move on.
50 points from Gryffindor.
You sound like you've been
What would
practicing.
you be, AJ?
He lives it.
Sinclair?
He loves this. You just opened up a can of worms.
You've opened up a bloody can of worms.
Don't get it going.
50 points.
My favorite thing Richard does, I miss Richard, what he does the best Voldemort ever, because Ralph Fiennes is amazing, but my favorite thing about it is he doesn't say spells, he just goes, Richard does it the best. He's got to do stuff, because imagine you're on set with Ralph Fiennes going, Am I dead? What is it? He does the whole face, because he's got that Richard face. Next time you're at a battle with him, just say such and such to your Voldemort. It's next level.
All right.
Thank you for your question.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey guys, it's Michelle. Met y'all yesterday. My question would be, obviously Sachin just kind of touched on this. Who would be the biggest pranker off set, and what is the funniest memory y'all have to date?
I've told this story before. There was one day that a grounder rode in on a horse. I think it was the premiere of last season.
Oh, yeah.
And he would roll up on the horse and say something else, and it went along the lines of, "Shut it, be like." Shut up, be like. And at a certain point, I said to myself, "Is he saying shouty be like?" And then I brought it up to them. I said, "Listen to it the next time he does it." Shouty be like. And from that point on, we couldn't stop. And it felt really bad.
There's been some real good ones this year.
Bob's my favorite moment on set when Mike. Now we can talk about it when Mike was dying.
So funny.
We were on the ground and Bob was just like, you gonna play. Instead, you gonna play ping pong. And it started going off like, when you die, you go in sky. You play ping pong. You gonna play ping pong. We gonna play ping pong. We gonna play ping pong. It's like the finale, the pinnacle moment. Ron's sitting there saying, we will play ping pong. Dying.
Yeah, no, that Trig is always good for a laugh because a lot of people get it wrong. No one really knows how to speak it, and they sound like just something weird things.
Strangest
We go
assault.
walking wonton.
Oh, wonton. Get a tight Pikachu.
Pikachu 3 years.
And we always feel bad for the other actor who's trying to do his thing.
Yeah.
And at
There's
times.
one day,
Oh,
he
there
his
is.
grounder.
Messing it up for them,
I
yeah.
had one the other day and they were all at me about it, but I managed to get through it. But I'm not going to say the lines because one of you smart guys out there is going to be like, that translates to this.
Oh, you know they're on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
That look good.
Thank you for the question.
Thank you.
You go play ping pong.
We go play ping pong.
What's up?
It's Fred, the sketchy kid from the Walk of Fame, but I actually have a question that is not related to art this time. What would you say for each of your characters has been the internal turning point, the point where they realize, like, just look at themselves in the mirror and think, where do we go from here? This is out of control, whatever. What would you say has been your character's internal turning point, or if they haven't reached that yet, what would you say will be their turning point?
Like to make them grow, or to make them like just a turning point for them?
What turning point?
Or like their most pinnacle one?
Yes.
To like that thrust them into the rest of their lives. But they're amazing.
I think the end of season 2, the season 2 finale, like the one that you were joking about earlier, when we're all reunited, my dad and I think that was huge for everybody, where it's like, okay, it's pretty messed up out there. You know what I mean? You gotta reevaluate stuff.
I definitely feel like Bellamy has those almost every season.
Oh yeah, you do. Absolutely. It was mine. That was mine.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like definitely season 3, it basically happens every episode. But I like that. I think it's true to human nature. I make the same mistakes over and over, and I try and learn something, but I still end up making the same mistake. So yeah, I think he has those constantly, which is good. That's what I like about it.
I think close to the beginning of season 3, when Jackson wanted everybody to go to Mount Weather, and it blew up. Because he said that's where we can heal people, and it was his fault again that a lot of people died, even though he tried to do the right thing because we could save people's lives there. And that's, I think, what thrust him into taking the chip, one of the big reasons. And then now, post-chipping, after to go through all that, I think he's going to be in a completely new Jackson almost, because he's been through a lot more, First of all, he's not a really happy guy his entire life. A doctor on this show is not going to have a happy life. And then once you take that chip, and then all of a sudden all more guilt that's added on there, I think he's going to be a very changed person, for sure.
What about you, Lindsay?
I think Raven hasn't had as many as Bellamy, but she's had quite a few. Even from her coming to the ground, I thought that was a very pinnacle change for her to make that journey by herself. And then of course, Finn's death was a really big one for her that I still feel never really got completely mourned. They didn't really get a chance to, but I think that was an interesting choice for Raven, that she just poured herself into work immediately. And then, so it changed her. And then obviously the leg, the disability has changed her in so many ways, and it has created a completely different Raven, completely. And that's what pushed her to take the chip. And then that was a pinnacle moment of taking the chip and then rejecting the chip too. And I think she also bears a lot of guilt and burden for endorsing the chip, and also for being weak within herself. And that chip was her kind of giving up. And I think she feels very guilty for giving up when she is someone that has promised herself to not. So I think she's had a lot of things that have pushed her along the way through the seasons into where she is now. And even with the Ally upgrade, like her mentally, she's smarter. But I think just everything she's been through, all these pinnacle moments that you speak of, has just evolved her into a different person. But I think that's what all our experiences do.
What about for Sinclair? I mean, obviously, excluding
Sinclair had a pretty slow and steady path through the show, but I think thinking about turning points, pivotal moments, in season 3, the relationship with Raven developing as it did.
Also, him stepping up to Pike as well.
There was the mutiny and just making it clear what side he was on, and that. But there's a scene that stands out for me. I had a little scene with Eliza where it was in that episode with the bed and she was possessed, and there was a little scene with Eliza, and I just ad-libbed a little line there where I got to finally kind of say how I felt. I think I said something like, she's all I have left, or that I don't have anything really but her, like it was something like that. But just getting to actually express that as an actor, but as the character, and put it out there, felt like a shift. And then the fact that we were able to save her, it just raised the stakes of that for me, and led to my demise being all the more tragic, which was good, I think, for the show.
Awesome, great question. We have time for 2 more short questions, so go ahead and ask your question.
Okay, so this question is particularly directed at Bob, but it's kind of for everyone too. So because you're working with a series that's adapted from a book, how do you think that that's changed the way the narrative format is set up? And for Bob in particular, how has it changed your ability to play Bellamy, because he played such an important role in the book?
When the book came out, I read the first one, but quickly realized that the Bellamy in the books and the Bellamy in the show are 2 different people. So I haven't read the others. Octavia was way younger. He was much more, involved with that, and so I didn't want to disrespect, Cass's work or anything like that, but I didn't want to also let it influence me and what Jason was creating for his vision of Bellamy. So, I don't know how you guys felt about it. Like, you're in the book. Glass.
I did not.
Well, Glass is kind of like Raven.
Yeah, that's what people. Yeah, but it's interesting.
Bill was in the book.
Oh yeah.
And so did Ryan.
Oh. Yeah. I do. Don't look at that. Okay. Look at me. I think, like, with the book origins and the show, it's a lot different than like the other kind of shows where it's like, it was from the book. It's very different than like Harry Potter, because our book and show came out in tandem, and so they're based on the same premise, but that's about it. And so even if you speak with Jason about it, it's like, yeah, we have this premise that lies in the book, but even the pilot was created before the book was, and every episode, therefore,
they're kind of both being developed at the same time.
Yeah,
now.
So they're like parallel. So I mean, none really has influence over the other, and I know our writers and Jason aren't drawing inspiration from the book for the show. So it's very like peculiar instance. I've never read it because I didn't want to be influenced, and they're different characters. Glass and Raven are very different. So
thank you. And our last question.
Hi, I just have a quick question. I wanted to hear about the filming of the rover scene at the beginning of season 3, since it's such a different tone from the rest of the series.
What was the question?
The first.
Yeah, the singing one.
The singing one, yeah. Oh yeah.
What was the question?
What was it like?
What was it like? Man, Jason gave me shit because I didn't know the lyrics. But I was like, because he told us all learn the lyrics. But I was kind of like, what is Raven gonna be?
No.
Why would Raven be listening to Jasper's iPod? And also like and also when you think like you know a song and you're like, yeah. You know what I mean?
Wake me up.
For some reason, I just didn't
You
do
know?
the math that we were going to be shooting it that day. For some reason, I told myself something. And then we were in the back doing it for a second. I'm like, oh, it's not going to be playing. I didn't know the words, but I pulled it out of my ass. Figured it out.
Purposely made a choice not to know some of them.
I don't know. I think like the singing thing was exciting, but also the fact that we had a car and we were shooting in a car. Yeah, it's like a new element to the show,
Yeah.
which was fun.
That was cool.
Yeah.
When I didn't know a lyric, I just poked someone.
Well, I was happy because I didn't know he could sing or anything like that. So.
Yeah, that was a good choice.
You know, Bellamy just
Good choice.
smirks. That was even in the script. Bellamy looked back and smirks.
Hey, before you go, who has a good arm here? Who's played football or baseball?
Raise your hands.
Come up here, help me out.
Come on up.
We're gonna get 3D on you guys.
I got a little gift here. My castmates were kind enough to sign it. It's signed by everybody. So, only able to get one, so we're going to throw it out here, and you guys can stand up and somebody can try and catch this thing, all right? Just as a thank you, guys. You guys have been awesome.
Be careful, everyone. Be careful.
Something okay. Who's gonna get it?
Whoever gets it's gonna get married.
In 3, 2, 1, go!
Thank
you everybody for coming out today. Thank you guys.
Thank you guys so much.
Be sure to go and look at the Walk of Fame. Thanks everybody.